CBA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Hey, look at this Browns defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
To throw, Young. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Down. Red. Claws red. Go pink. Smash. Red. Ready?
Now Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. Running free at the 45. Moving inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshawn Judkins, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
Now, like that, he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way to take it what they can all the way to the end zone.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work out fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Once again, Judkins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Scorton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. You look at this Browns defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Yellow, 22, ready.
Young now. He'll try and do this himself. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31.
32-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Screenplay, here's ETN. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Black chop, 17. Set.
Off the play fake, Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Red, hut.
And they'll run with ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 45, White.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Blue striking. Ready, ready. Red, 38.
Looking to throw, Young. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Romeo Doubs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. And after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Brown.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Nix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Set. Drill, 60 red. 60 red. Claws red. Smash red. Hut, hut.
Young to throw it. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 13.
Next, the score, Browns 20, Panthers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Black, 95. Set.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Red, yellow, yellow, 20, steel, black. Hut, hut.
Here's Young. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
22 meter, black, sight, white. Black Ultra. Hut.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
21 more yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. 50, green. Hey, green. Beetle blue. Ready?
Now Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. So the completion results there in yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
45, white, set,
They'll run with Etienne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Set, hut. Set, hut.
A play fake. Now Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Claws red. Hut.
Throwing. Young. Now he's going to step up and run. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing Nix. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now look out. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw is Nix. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Black 40. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Yellow. Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Set, hut.
Young off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Let's go now. 50, green.
Young to throw it. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Yellow, 43. Drill green. Hut, hut.
Now here's Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Ready?
Final play of the half, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The final shot before break. Nix. He's got a man open. It's caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
A give. Here's Judkins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to live.
Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown,
Dylan Sampson, 45 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Down. 45. White. Set. Hunt.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Young. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Black shot. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
Let's go now. Red, yellow. Hut.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. He's one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Black, 95, blaster, 6. Green jack. Hut.
Young will set to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down.
Shot, 17. Let's ready.
Young now. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready?
They'll throw again. Young. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Set.
Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On first down, here's Judkins. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 115 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 32-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
At the 32-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To throw, here's Nix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Pass caught by Pearsall. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Nix to the air. That's complete to Pearsall. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Second and 1 at the 4-yard line.
A give up the middle, Judkins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Browns, first down. First and goal.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Judkins diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Okay, right?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Wide receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw, Young. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another Panthers first down.
Drill green.
First and 10 at the
Black,
28-yard
95.
line.
22 needle. Hut.
Here is Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Jimmy Horn Jr.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Set. Hut. 60 red. Set.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Now he's going to step up and run. Robinson hauling it in outright. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be fourth down.
Come on.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 142 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Jenkins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel.